notice. Go to page 14 of the math packet. Make sure you guys keep doing the assignments from now onwards. I don't want anybody missing homework, okay? Yes? Just week one. Okay, just week one, because last week was, of course, the holiday. So, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes time to read page 14, and you should have a highlighter to highlight any key formulas and stuff like that. You may expect one question from polygons in the ACT. Sometimes I've seen two, but not more than two.
Is n the number of sides?
Yep. And one more thing I want to talk to you guys, what feedback you guys said during, before we started the class. You could actually tell that to Elena or Jessica, okay? You don't have to wait for me, okay? You can say, hey, could you speak louder? Could you write bigger? You with me on this? Again, this is not a usual typical school class where you come here, do something. This is almost like a college level class. You with me? This is college, how colleges go. You ask a professor, they'll interact, they'll discuss. But if you don't interact, it kind of becomes boring for us too. Okay, so, and I can see that in the other group, I just taught fantastic interaction. I loved that class already. So, all right, let's get started with polygons. First question: how many sides are needed to make a polygon? How many?
Two.
Three.
Two would not be right. Three.
I was thinking the opposite question.
Three, right? Three would be a triangle. Four would be a quadrilateral. Then pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, and decagon, right? Those are the number of sides. So in polygons, usual reference is given for convex regular polygon. Okay, that's the focus usually they have. Convex regular polygon. What type of questions you can get in polygons? What type? Some will be very straightforward, very easy. Try this problem. First question. Find the interior angle. Find the interior angle of a heptagon. Find the interior angle of a heptagon. During the class, I don't want absolutely no discussion talking with you guys. You can ask me a question, ask Elena or Jessica, but avoid talking with each other. Okay?
How many sides does that have?
Heptagon is
7.
7. That's the first thing you'll have to know. to find the interior angle, of course, the first thing is you have to know the formula. Am I right? If you don't know the formula, will you get the answer right? No, right? And this is the biggest problem people are gonna face in the ACT. So when people tell me that they didn't finish the ACT on time because they didn't know it and they spent time thinking about the formula. Sounds good? So you got to start practicing the formulas. So 7 minus 2 times 180 divided by 7. Tell me, what do you guys got?
128.5.
128 point?
5.
So let's round it out to 6. Again, nobody cares about decimals and round offs and stuff like that. You guys good? In the real test, if you see this question, you should take less than 20 seconds. If you take anything more than 20 seconds, you really did not know your concept well. Fair enough? Okay. Same question, but instead of interior angle, now find the exterior angle of a heptagon. Let's go. Find the exterior angle of the heptagon. What's the formula? 360 divided by?
7.
So 360 divided by 7 is
51.4.
51.4
4.
degrees. You guys good? You got to tell me if I'm going fast, slow, boring, tell me, okay? Add these two numbers. Add this and this. What do you get? So for a convex regular polygon, sum of the interior plus the exterior angle adds up to 180 degrees. For an interior, for the convex regular polygon, sum of the interior plus the exterior angles always adds up to 180. The reason people have trouble is they don't know the formulas. Sounds good?
If you know one, can you figure out the other one though? Cause like, let's say you only know to figure out the
Of course.
exterior, then,
I usually do this.
yeah.
If I know this, then I can always find this because 180 minus of that. For the same problem for the heptagon, find the number of diagonals in a heptagon. Number of diagonals. What do you guys got?
14.
Again, it looks pretty simple because the formula is right in front of you. In the test, you actually will have difficulty knowing this if you have not practiced enough. Make sense? Are you sure? Now, how important the concept is. Go and get your calculators. This is a question in the ACT. Go get your calculators. Ready to go. This is how the question was stated in the test. Find the number of diagonals in a polygon with 22 sides. With 22 sides. Find the number of diagonals with 22 sides. What do you got?
209.
If you know this, it takes how many seconds? Maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds. If you don't know the formula, then what? Look at the answer choices. 22, 44, 88, 208, 209. See, you and you can guess at the time. Make sense? So if you don't know, that's what's gonna happen. Good? Are you sure you guys know these formulas now? That's what you have to do. Go home, pick another polygon and do this 10 times. You'll never forget this. Problem is, students listen to the stuff in the class and then they don't practice at home. Making sense? Are you sure? Okay. I'm gonna give you guys now 2 minutes time to write 1, 2, 3 formulas in your notes twice. Each one, write twice. Practice it. Don't be lazy. Let's do that. Done? Try this problem. This is in ACT, question number 44. Question was like this: find the x, and this is exactly how it was written in the test. This is a convex regular octagon, and question was find angle x. Okay? Try it. This is exactly how it was given. How many have an answer? A lot of people. Somebody take, what do you got?
225. 45.
45.
45.
225.
45, 45.
Okay. What does it look like? Does it look like 45?
No.
Right?
It does,
What's that?
it does. If you didn't extra angle,
This whole thing looks like 45 degrees, John?
no.
I don't think so, right? doesn't look like 45. I'll show you. If this is a line, and if I extrapolate this, what is this angle? 180. So my answer has to be more than 180. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So if this is 180, what is this angle called? Exterior angle. So E is equal to 360 degrees divided by 8, which is 45. So this is 45. Angle X is equal to 180 plus 45. Yeah,
I just found the interior and then subtracted it.
yeah, you can also do this, right? You can find this angle. What is this angle? This is your interior angle, right? And this entire thing is a circle. Am I right? So what is the I of this? So 8 minus 2 times 180 divided by 8. What did you get?
135.
135 degrees. If this is 135, this whole thing is 360. So X is equal to 360 minus 135, which is? Am I right? Either you can use this method, method 1, or method 2. Which one do you guys like? How many like method 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many like method 2? Okay. So what the reason I gave the problem is, I wanted you guys to know, just by the look of it, it should not be 45. Are you with me on this? You should, look at the answer choices, you'll really hate me now. 45, 90, 135, 180, 225. You didn't have to do anything, you just knew it is more than 180, and you could have made it 225. Yeah? Go ahead and write on this. Do you have any questions about these two questions? These two? Yes, no? You guys need to interact with me a little bit more. I'm getting bored, so I'm complaining about you now. You guys need to ask questions if there is. Is it too hard?
No.
Okay. Open page 7 of the math packet. That's a big one for you guys. Page 7, you'll be hammered on that in the ACT. If you don't know page 7, you'll be in trouble. I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to read through page 7, please, and highlight key formulas. That's why we gave you the highlighter. First question. Find the slope of line AB. Come on, let's go, let's keep moving, guys. Remember, at least as of right now, you guys have the formulas in front of you. In the real test, you're expected to know this. Before you even do the problem, in the multiple choice, in the ACT math, there are 5 multiple choices. How many can you eliminate?
Yeah.
You can eliminate all the positive ones.
Of course, this looks like a negative slope, so all positives, zeros can be eliminated. And you got to keep reminding yourself, and that's how you practice the process of elimination. Am I right? And I can guarantee you can eliminate 3 out of 5, just knowing the fact. So you're left with only 2. Then of course you have to do, a slope is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So let's call this as y2, 7 minus of minus 3 divided by negative 4, negative 8. So it'll be 10 divided by negative 12, which is negative 5 over 6. Make sense? You can expect this question the first 20 of the ACT. If you take more than 15 seconds, you really have wasted your time. And this doesn't just happen, you've got to practice. If you want to get a good score in ACT, you've got to practice. Nothing comes easy. Find the distance between A and B. Find the distance. Again, expect this question the first 20 or first 30. X squared of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. So it'll be minus 4 minus 8 squared plus 7 negative of negative 3 squared. Is good so far? Yes, no? So this will be square root of negative 12 squared is 144. This is 10, 100. So it'll be square root of, so distance is square root of 244. Making sense? Now, in the ACT, they will leave the answer as square root 244, or they may do the decimal form, which is gonna be like 15 point something. Yes, no?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are not talking to me. Is it, how much is it? 15.6, right? So you can have this or 15.6, or do me a favor, take this number, divide by 4, please. 61.
Yep.
What is square root of 4? And they may also have this answer called radical simplification. And ACT is more going towards this than decimal or radical 244. You with me on this? You have to have the practice of going and simplifying. Yes, no?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you have to do is, you'll have to make sure, of course you can do 2 square root 244 as 15.6 and try this and still be 15.6 and then match it. But even for college, this is important. This is something you just can't avoid it. Good? Okay. Next, find the midpoint coordinates. Come on, let's go. Midpoint coordinates. Again, in the first 20 or 30 questions, not more than that. You guys got this? Again, all the problems we have done so far, except the octagon one, they're all considered in the first 20, 30 questions. Only that one was question number 44. Making sense? Okay. So we did the slope, midpoint, distance. What else can we do? Next one is find the y-intercept. And I'm gonna give you guys some time to do this. Find the y-intercept. What's y-intercept? Right here. Am I right? And for y-intercept, as you all know, the x is 0. You have to find this number here. And put a star mark. This is something you're gonna get asked a lot in ACT. Y-intercept.
anybody know how to do this?
You use y equals mx plus b.
That's what I tried
But
to
then
do.
But I
we have
don't,
to try and find B.
yeah, I just don't get how you, what's the y part?
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only stupid person in here. I was like, oh, I'm so stupid, I can't figure this out. Everyone else probably figured it out.
Well, don't get too big of a head.
Yeah. No one else can figure it out, so I'm good. I remember doing this back in like summer.
I don't remember doing all this last year.
When summer comes
I know.
and all disappears.
Then summer comes and
Yeah, exactly. And then like half your brain cells die.
It was funny, I took the ACT on like, what was that, June 1st or whatever.
Oh.
And it was like, even just a week after school ended. I'm like, what's that? X equals what?
Yeah. The best one. But then you don't take it in the winter because you're all depressed.
Hey, Jenna.
There's no good time to take the ACT.
All right, guys, anybody has an answer for me?
No.
None of us gets figured out.
Nobody has an answer of y-intercept? What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm not always trying to learn.
Except that hell. What the heck?
Yeah,
Is it like 3 2/3?
well, it has to be more than two, right? Because if this is two, right? This one seems to be more than that, so 3 2/3 maybe, right? I don't know. You see what I'm trying to get to? I can do process of elimination. If this is 2, which is somewhere in here, this one has to be more than 2 for the y coordinate. So we'll see. How confident are you on, Jack, on that answer?
Not very confident.
How many high school, seniors we have? 1, 2. How many juniors we have? A lot. How many 10th graders we have? 9th graders? 8th graders? Okay.
Sounds great.
Yeah, no problem. This is important. See, that's why I put a star mark. Okay, put your pencils down, let's talk. So to find the y-intercept of a straight line, the first thing you have to know is this, y is equal to mx plus b equation, the slope intercept. I'm pretty damn sure that you have seen this equation. If you have not, at least lie to me that you have seen it, okay? Just lie to me. Start lying, okay, that's at least helps you. I already know the slope as negative 5, 6, right? So I'm gonna pick either this point or this point for my x and y. So let me go with this one, so negative 3. What's John? What's
I
John?
remember. Just had a flashback to like 8th grade or whatever.
So far good? Put your pencils down, put your pencils down. You guys didn't do it when you got your chance, it's my chance. 2 times 4, 2 times 3. So your negative 3 is equal to negative 20 divided by 3 plus b. Do you agree so far? I'm gonna add 20 over 3 both sides. So b is equal to negative 3 plus 20 over 3. Good? So let's do the least common denominator, which is 3. So 3 here. So it'll be negative 9 plus 20, which you can of course do it in the calculator. That's right. Yes? So at this point, E is 11/3. Why did you guys think it was hard? Which step you were not sure about? Yes?
Well, I just forgot to, input, like, the y's and the x's into the equation.
Yeah, you could have taken this or this. Or you could actually take two, which is on the straight line, right? You could have taken this point as well. Any point on that straight line, you could have put it in here and you could have solved for B, which is your y-intercept. I'm not happy that you guys didn't do well. You with me on this? You're expecting from us, right? So it's fair that I'm gonna expect from you. Yes or no?
Yeah.
It's a two-way street, guys, get used to it. So I'm bored a little bit now, so don't make me bored, okay? I was trying to give you candies,
Oh.
I'm just gonna eat myself. Go ahead, write on this. You gotta start working hard. It's not a magic pill, guys. If you don't put in the effort, you won't get it. Especially a problem like this.
Did you just simplify when you got like the 4 and the 3?
Yep.
Okay.
8 and 6, 4 and. See, even that small of a question, I would expect you to ask. There is no shame in asking questions. You become dumb when you don't ask questions. There's a huge culture here that, oh, I don't wanna ask questions, I don't wanna be the one who looks dumb. The very thought that you're thinking that way makes you dumb. Okay, I've been a college professor for 15 years. I'm the vice president of a college right now. Let me tell you that this is the biggest thing I struggle in my day job, is when students actually don't ask questions. And I've taught 25,000 college students, and I can tell you one thing. The students who have always made an attempt to learn are the ones who have been successful in passing the class with the A or B. Does this make sense? So can I start expecting you guys to read and study what we have taught you, right? So Elena has taught you guys page 1, 2, 3. I can guarantee that you don't know all of page 1, 2, 3. Am I right? Because it's not easy. We don't just learn all in one stretch. Go home, work on it. And I'm gonna make sure that I relay the information to her about what you talked to me about her. You with me on this? It's not about finger pointing or anything like that. It's all about learning. I want her to improve so that next time she's here, she knows exactly what to do. Then, I want you to all study this stuff. You with me? Go through all these things. And then we'll kind of continue with the next stuff. But this is where, so expect this question around 40, this question around 40. All these are first 20s or 30s, this is around 40. I'm stressing you on that point because if you want to do well in ACT math, you have to know the formula and practice it. Fair enough? Yes.
And how we go page 2 and 3?
Page 1 of, yeah, it's too easy. Page 1 is like 4 grades. See. I can give you a problem about them. Make sure you guys do the homework. I'll see you next week. Okay. Have a good day. It's already